Hi everyone, welcome back to Evocative Scents. Hope you all are doing great. In today's episode, I am going to share you my experience with this fragrance called Spectre Wraith from the fragrance world. Before starting the review, I want to start the video off first by saying that if you love fragrances and fragrance related content, then hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also give the video a thumbs up because it really means a lot to me. The Spectre lineup of fragrance world is very much talked about in the fragrance community, especially the Spectre Ghost, which I tried to get my hands on, but I failed because it was unavailable for last 6 months, especially in my region. Now the Wraith was also released recently and it was also hyped up. So now, is it a great fragrance and does it really deserve the hype it is getting? In my humble opinion, the answer is yes and no, and why I will discuss it later in the video. Now let's start with the packaging then. It's a very solid box, almost feels like an wooden box, although it is not. In the dark black box, Spectre Wraith is written on the front in light grey color and French Avenue on the top. Attention to details on the box is great. Now we can see that the fragrance comes in 80 ml and in EDP concentration. There is a hologram as well for the authenticity. The box opens up from the side, revealing the bottle inside it. The bottle design is really cool and it will look great in every fragrance collection. The bottle is very dark colored, almost black colored, and it has a kind of matte to satin kind of finish to it. The silhouette and the curves of the bottle are extremely gorgeous. It appears as if a bullet is entering through the fabric and it is exiting through the cap, and there is French Avenue written on the top, and also there is a sticker at the bottom of the bottle. There is a beautiful engraving done on the bullet. In terms of bottle design and presentation, it will get full marks for it. All the Spectre lineup of fragrances share the same design language of this bottle, just the color varies from bottle to bottle. It was pretty difficult to see the bottle in previous video, so I have included this video of the bottle close-up in proper lighting. However, one thing I have noticed is that we can't see the juice level inside the bottle, since it is a very dark bottle. Now all things considered, let's start with the atomizer, because I had seen the Spectre Ghost had a pressurized atomizer, and if the Wraith had the same atomizer or not. Let's check it out. The distribution and the atomizer is fine, but it is not a pressurized atomizer. It will get the job done and no complaints here. Now coming to the fragrance, from the beginning it is very spicy and very dark. Though the top notes mentions the presence of rum, I do not detect any. What I get is overdose of spices. I also get an alcohol blast at the beginning which fades away soon. The amount of spiciness in this perfume may be overwhelming for some people. This fragrance doesn't change drastically over time and is very linear. I am reviewing this fragrance after 20 to 25 days of wearing, so I have given enough wear. When the spices start going to the background, the coffee as well as the dark chocolate become more prominent. And there is some earthiness to this fragrance also, which points to presence of vetiver in the fragrance notes. After around 15 minutes of mark, when the fragrance settles down and the spiciness of the fragrance mellows down a bit, the fragrance is at its best in this period. But this fragrance remains dark from beginning to the end and is very unique. You will smell like no one else. There is also mention of sugar in the base notes of this cologne. However, it is so minuscule that it doesn't upset the darkness of this fragrance. Actually, I expected little more sugariness from this fragrance, which would have balanced the fragrance out, and it could have been easier to pull off this fragrance. Spectre Wraith is said to be inspired from Killian's Black Phantom. I haven't smelled that one, so I can't comment on how close it is to the original. I have taken several people's opinion on this fragrance and they have all said that it is a unique fragrance and there has been no negative feedback from them. This perfume is perfectly suited to cold weather and is perfect for winters. It is not a summer fragrance at all. I feel that this fragrance is more suited to formal events. I feel that little touch of vanilla and sugariness would have made it much more mass appealing and much more versatile than it is right now. I feel that this fragrance will be perfectly suited to Halloween's because it is such a dark and gothic kind of fragrance. When I smell this fragrance, I feel that a bold and mysterious person can pull this off. You must be wondering, if this is such a polarizing fragrance, how can I recommend it for formal events? That's because it has a very soft projection. And in the air, when somebody is close to you, he or she can smell only the dark chocolate and dark coffee from you. You just have to watch out for first 15 to 20 minutes when the spiciness will be overwhelming. Earlier in the video I had said that is it a great fragrance. I had replied with yes and no, and the no is because of its very poor performance, especially the projection is too weak for my taste, and I have tried it in climate controlled environment. I will try to macerate this fragrance and see if the projection improves or not. However, I don't feel that the projection will improve drastically. After around 2 hours mark, nobody around me could smell the fragrance at all. You literally have to sniff the fragrance up close to smell the fragrance. I have no problem with the uniqueness of a fragrance because some fragrances can be artistic in nature and not everybody likes every other fragrance. It's the performance aspect of this fragrance that I am not very happy about. I feel that this fragrance is too flat and it sits rather too close to the skin for my liking. And I would definitely not recommend you to blind buy this fragrance. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have tried this fragrance, please drop a comment down below about your experience. And if you took anything value of this video, then hit the subscribe, hit the bell and give the video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And I will meet you in the next video. And thank you all for watching my video till the end.